So guys, you are quite high up there, but the reason for that is because we have got some organisation to do and you need to be at the correct angle to see my TBR cart, because what I'm doing today, if you didn't already know from the title and the thumbnail, is we are having a big fat unhaul. Alright, I'm gonna go through all of my books that I've got on here. I've also got some others dotted around and just kind of decide if I want to keep them or if I want to sell them on Vinted or donate them to charity or whatever the hell I'm gonna do. So anyway, let's go through it. Let's start, I think I'm gonna start on the bottom here. Excuse the mess as well, we're kind of in the middle of tidying things up. So I'm gonna start on the bottom, okay? Take Me Home by Melanie Sweeney. I think that I'm gonna put this in the unhaul for now because I have had this for way over a year. I never even picked it up. Nothing. Which is a shame, but I've just got to knuckle down and I've just got to be like yes or no, because I'm holding on to things for pretty much no reason at this point. So I think I'm going to put this in the unhaul pile, which is just going to go there. At the end, I probably will like do a little revisit of the pile and check if I double check if I definitely want to get rid of them. But for now, yeah. It says road trip rules, no bad music, no detours, no falling in love. Frenemies forced to drive back to their hometown of Texas together for Christmas. It's never called to me, so it's going in the unhaul for now. Honestly, exactly the same with Better Hate Than Never. I mean, this sounds like it would be me, like a fiery slow burn, a love story that is honest, achingly earnest, and deliciously hot. So it sounds like they hate each other. I don't really know why. They used to be neighbours, now they hate each other. And they decide to try and make peace with each other because they don't really understand why they ever hated each other. I don't know. I don't really like the cover. I feel like that might be what's doing it for me. I don't really like the cover. So that's also going in the unhaul pile for now. This, I can tell you straight away, I bought this from the works because it was when they used to have the 3 for £6 deal and I needed another book to get it to £6. It's a rom-com. We've got a hotshot Manhattan attorney. We've got a British patisserie chef, and that's kind of all I really know about it. It's tiny, it might be really cute. I'm just not interested, so that's going in the unhaul pile for now. A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. I actually got sent this, and I can't remember who it was that sent me this, like which publishing company it was that sent me this, but it sounded good I remember when they described it to me. I think it said it was like a mix between Bridgerton and something else, and it sounded good. So she's got 12 weeks to find a rich husband and save her sisters. She has to use cunning and climb London society if she is to succeed, but Lord Radcliffe sees straight through her plans. Not sure. I'm going to put this in the middle for now as like a maybe. Okay, so I've got one pile here that's a no, one pile here that's a maybe, and then I'm going to put a pile here of the books that I'm going to keep, which honestly I don't think is going to be a lot on here, to be quite honest with you guys, but we'll see. Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I am going to keep this because I have only read Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, which is a memoir, so completely different. This is a fictional story it's about a guy that's really struggling with a breakup, and it's told in the guy's POV, which I think is really unique and interesting because I'm only ever really reading that from like a female POV. So I actually do really want to give this a try, and I am going to keep this. So Good Material is going to be staying. Me versus Brain. Oh, this is actually a book that I have read a couple of chapters of and like dipped in and out of. And this is a self-help, shall we say, but it's really funny. And it's about people that like have anxiety and overthink, but it's so relatable and so funny that sometimes I love to just like sit and have a flick through it. Let me see, there's some things that I've underlined. Let's see what I've underlined. I used to assume I was a little freak because I was always up to really weird things. Conversations with myself. Number 1, practice fake arguments in the shower. Like it's just like relatable because I too. I'm good at many things: procrastinating, mixing drinks, making my bed alone and panicking about stuff, but sporting activities are really not where I thrive. Real. So yeah, I just like dipping in and out of this and reading a couple of chapters here and there, so I am definitely going to keep this. Meet Me in a Mile by Elizabeth Ribb. This is a sports romance, workplace romance, and spicy. Very, very small again. I have got to be honest, again, I've had this for way over a year, never picked it up, which is a real shame. but I feel like it should go to a better home because I just don't think I'm massively interested. I think a lot of it for me has to do with the cover. Like, if the cover does not call to me, I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to have to go to a new home. Sorry. Great and Precious Things by Rebecca Yarros. I will be keeping this because Rebecca Yarros is a favourite author of mine. I've loved all of the books that I've read by her. She has never failed me. She always writes very emotional books. Last Letter is a very emotional one. The Things We Leave Unfinished is a very emotional one. Obviously, she's most known for like Fourth Wing and stuff, but yeah, her don't sleep on her romance books because they are brilliant as well. So I will definitely be keeping this. Then we have got an unromantic comedy. Again, I think this was one I just picked up because look, the sticker's there, 3 for £6. I did not even know that I owned this. Probably had it for about 2 years or something, I don't know. It's going anyway, I'm sorry, but... Oh, definitely keeping this, definitely keeping this. I think that this was actually book faired to me by Kera, who's one of my like Bookstagram besties. And yeah, this is The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. And I read The Long Game by this author and really liked it. So I love the sprayed edges on this as well. So yeah, I definitely do want to keep this, definitely do want to read this. I think it's like a fake engagement. So yeah, I'm kind of all over that and I definitely will be keeping this one. At the back here, we have got Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I have read this and I'm gonna unhaul it. Give it away, don't need it. I've never carried on with the rest of the series. It just wasn't, I feel like I've just read so many romance books and like small town romance books and stuff that this one just does not even touch, didn't even scratch an itch. It just wasn't, yeah, just not for me. And then we've got Night Shift by Annie Crown. I actually remember really quite enjoying this when I read this. I can't get rid of this because I've annotated it. So lo and behold, I actually will be keeping this because I've annotated it. So that's that. Can't remember what that was about. I think it was like about a girl that works in the library and then a guy that's like a basketball player or whatever, but yeah. What's next? Oh, this is a proof copy, but it came out in January. Unfortunately, I have not read that yet, but it is Bad Publicity by Bianca Gillam. It says it's the most hilarious, bookish, enemies to lovers story of the year. Okay. 2 exes, 1 month on tour, what could go wrong? I'm gonna keep this, I'll definitely read this. This sounds good. And this is one that I requested from the Bloomsbury Creator Circle. I must have forgotten about it and that's why I've not read it. But I requested it for a reason. It sounds good, so definitely will be keeping that and I'll try and get around to that soon. 100% keeping this, A Sea of Unspoken Things by Adrian Young. This, again, is already out now. This came out in January as well. I read a couple of pages of it. And then, I don't know, I think I must have got distracted. But I love The Unmaking of June Farrow by this same author is absolutely incredible. So I know that I love this author's writing. This one is... It's giving kind of like mystery vibes. I'm not entirely sure, but I will definitely read this. So yeah, that's being kept. The Last Raven by Helen Glynn Jones. So I know that this is romantasy. I'll be forced to take the crown simply because of who my parents are. Never mind that my skin, my eyes, the way I move, everything will give me away for what I am. Human in a world ruled by vampires. Oh. Her blood is all he craves. Yeah, this sounds pretty good. I'm gonna... Why have I not read it yet though? Do you know what I mean? Do I need to keep it if I'm just never gonna read it? No, I'm gonna give it a bit more time. I'm gonna give it a bit more of a chance. I'm gonna keep it for now. This copy, why did I ever leave the shop with this copy? Because what the hell, like it's tearing away here. It's just in terrible condition. And I've not even read this, guys. I literally bought it like this. I don't know why. I actually think I'm going to unhaul this because I just have no desire to read it. And that's honestly my answer. This is romantasy as well. I've only read one other book by this author, which was Kingdom of the Wicked, which was fine, but I didn't love it. So maybe that's probably why I've not ran to pick this one up. I'm just not really that interested, so that's going to go, honestly. Okay, and then we've got, this book was gifted to me by one of my work friends. This is The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. And I think this is like, is this like witchy vibes? I'm not sure. On a quiet street in Dublin, a lost bookshop is waiting to be found. When a vanishing bookshop casts its spell, these three unsuspecting strangers will discover that their own stories are every bit as extraordinary as the one found in the pages of their beloved books. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? I'll keep that. I'll read that. It was gifted to me anyway. Oh, right, so this, A Lady's Guide to Scandal, I think goes with this other one that I said I was going to think about, A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. So I'll put both of these in the maybe pile then, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know, because I've had them for ages, like over a year. So I feel like if I've had some books for over a year and I've not even like looked in their direction, do I really need to keep them? Probably not, but they're just going to say maybe for now. This can go, as you can see, I got up to there and DNF'd it. Oh, I found another cute bookmark in there. So this can go, let me just check I've not annotated any of it. Yeah, I've not done anything. This can go, this is The Grump Whisperer by Katie James. This is a cowboy romance, but just, again, cowboy romance is something I read a lot of, so it has to really, really be good in order for me to be invested and whatnot, and I don't think I was invested in this one, so unfortunately I am gonna pass that one along. Stuck in the Country with You. Second Chance, Small Town Romance, Forced Proximity. I've not started reading this one. I don't know if to put this in the maybe pile as well, just because I'm not sure. And I'm kind of in my second chance romance era at the minute, like it's really growing on me. Second chance romance is really, really growing on me right now. Let's get my Diet Coke. Next book, Love in Translation by Joss Wood. This is a opposites attract, small town romance, forced proximity. I forgot that I owned this. I have never picked it up, looked at it, thought about it. It's not really calling my name right now either, so I think this might be a goodbye, give it to a new home. I'm being, you know what, I'm actually being a lot more savage than I thought I would here, to be honest. I thought this would be a bit more difficult than it's seeming to be right now. What's this? How to Charm a Nerd. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to keep this one, because I think I've heard good things about this one. And it's like good for this time of year, like spooky season, like cute, cozy pumpkin vibes, do you know what I mean? Opposites attract, spicy, friends to lovers. Liberty as a tarot reader, cannot wait for spooky season. But ever since her grandmother muttered the name of her mysterious biological father, nothing feels normal, so she decides to track down her father that she's never met, with a little help from the sexy nerd she's been not so secretly seeing since last summer. I guess I'll keep this for now. I'll keep this for now. Yeah. This I will keep because this was gifted to me by a friend and it was written by their friend, so I think I'm just going to keep this anyway. And it says, even the darkest of worlds can seep into the lightest of people. So yeah, I don't actually really know anything of what it's about, but I definitely will keep this anyway, and try and get around to that at some point soon. The Antisocial season, probably I will unhaul this because it's a festive romance and I honestly don't read that many of those, and I've probably had this since the last festive season, and so I think let's just, yeah, give it to someone else to love. Can they keep their attraction under control? It just, again, is not calling to me, and I don't want it to just be sat there for another year, do you know what I mean? I might as well donate it or sell it. I'll donate it actually because I think this was gifted to me, so I'm not going to sell it. It's not a proof, it's a finished copy, but I don't want to sell anything that was gifted to me because I've not paid for it. So, to be honest, I might just donate all these to charity. I don't actually know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The Baby Dragon Cafe. I will keep this because I read a couple of chapters and then got distracted, but I remember thinking, oh, I'll come back to that because it just gives really cozy, low stakes, like literally no stakes, like just very low stakes, cozy vibes, and I am obsessed with dragons, so I will go back to that at some point, so that can go in the yes pile. Okay, so I've got 2 empty shelves right now. That is what I call progress, and very quick progress as well. So, Wrecked and Redeemed by Lauren Asher. I already know I'm going to keep these. These are book 3 and 4 of the Dirty Air series. I've read book 1, I've not read book 2, and then I was sent books 3 and 4. So I just need to read book 2, and then I can carry on with the series, which I definitely want to do. It's just a matter of when. But I will be keeping these. It's like an F1 romance kind of series. So yeah, definitely keeping these. Then we have got, this is a proof copy, and again, another one that I started reading and then got distracted, but I remember, wow, there's lots of dust. That is how long these books have been sat there. That is just literal proof. Yes, I'm like a few chapters in and just haven't carried on as of yet, but I definitely am going to. I remember requesting this because of how good it sounded. It's about these 2 sisters that were in a band, really famous band, and then split up. No one really knows why, and now they're kind of having to get back in contact, and it's all about kind of unraveling the mystery of why they fell out of touch and why the band split up and stuff, because obviously they're sisters, so it's a bit of a mystery. So yeah, keeping that. I love Like the Sun. I've had this, God, I feel like coming up to 2 years now. When was it published? Oh, it says 2024. Really? What is this? We've always been best friends, but what if we were more? See, Friends to Lovers is something that has not yet seeped its way into my heart. Second Chance Romance has. I'm a big fan of that now, but Friends to Lovers is still not really my thing. So A Love Like the Sun might have to go in the unhaul pile. I think that will have to be donated and given to a new home because I clearly have not read it. What's this? How Does It Feel by Janae, what's that? Janae O'Reilly. I'm going to keep this. This was gifted to me. This was book faired to me, I think, last year. This says, a forbidden obsession, unyielding family allegiance, and 3 deadly challenges. So that itself sounds brilliant, and I will keep this, and I will, at some point, I'll read it. Don't know when, but I will. So I'm going to keep that. Oh, Primetime Romance by Kate Robb. I will keep this as well. I remember being sent this. Penguin sent me this, and I remember getting the email, and it sounded really good. So it says, Bryn's happy ending has gone up in flames. She's newly divorced and living with a roommate Josh to afford her mortgage. At least she's got Carson's Cove to binge, which is her beloved 90s teenage soap. So when a birthday cake shows up on her and Josh's doorstep, Bryn makes a wish for her happily ever after. The next morning, she doesn't wake up in her apartment. She wakes up in Carson's Cove, and Josh is there too. Except they're not Bryn and Josh. They're the sweetheart and the bad boy. Will they stick to the script, or will real love change the story forever? It's giving magical realism vibes, like they... Yeah. Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, I'm going to read that maybe really soon, actually. That sounds really good. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that. I don't know why I've not got around to that yet. Probably because I don't look at this cart, because there's just, it has just been collecting dust for ages, so it's my own fault, really. I've got this, which is called Live Is Not a Loser. Now, you know how long I've had this, because this came out in July 2024. Why have I not read it? Why have I not read it? Like, I think sometimes I do kind of get overwhelmed with like having stuff that I have to read, whether that be like on NetGalley or stuff that I've been sent, because I always try and read stuff that I've been sent, like especially the past couple of months as well. Like I've been really trying to read anything that any publisher has sent me, just because I just, like, out of respect, I feel like I should try and read things, like especially if I've got a proof copy, because I want to read it before it comes out. So I don't know what happened with this one and why I haven't done that. I feel kind of terrible about that. This must have just slipped under my radar, unfortunately. But I think this is Friends to Lovers, to be honest. Then we've got Petals for Vicious Secrets. I will be keeping this, as well as book 2, Petals for Deadly Power. I can't remember the exact name, but I have got book 2 over there somewhere. These 2 books were sent to me by the author. It is a romantasy series, and I am really excited to actually properly get into it. It says, a secret that will change the world and a revenge that will change her life. So yeah, absolutely keeping that one. The Bell Witches, I will keep this as well because this sounds like it will be good for this time of year. There is always a before and an after. Before Bell House, before I fell in love, after I took a life. Okay, that sounds pretty good for this time of year. So yeah, keeping this. Also keeping this because I've actually already started listening to this as an audiobook. Best Hex Ever by Nadia El-Fassi. El-Fassi? I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing that incorrect. I don't know the correct pronunciation. But this is the book. This is the hardback. This is now out in a very gorgeous paperback with like cartoon cover that is really, really cute. And this is basically about a cafe owner who is like a witch, and I think her love life is like cursed anyway, and then one day this guy called Scott comes into the cafe and they meet, and it's kind of like they're kind of like enamored by each other from the get-go really, but obviously she's got this curse on her love life, so it's like destined to go wrong, so she kind of has to try and break the curse. I've only listened to a few chapters on Audible, on Spotify audiobook, so not a lot yet, but I'm going to an event in October and this author will actually be there, so I'm definitely wanting to read it before then, and it seems like it is the perfect cozy vibe for this time of year. So yeah, keeping that. The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. I've read this. Let me just check I've not annotated it. No. Yeah, I'll unhaul this because I've read this but I'll never pick it back up again. It was fine. It's a very, very slow burn. There's family drama and stuff like that. It is a romance, but yeah, I'm just not, I'll never think about it or pick it up again, so I'm just going to unhaul that, give it to a new home. Long Game by Elena Armas. I have already read that. I must have just put it in here for space. Same with this as well. Oh, actually, that can go on there with my other Tara DeWitt books. Yeah, so The Long Game, I'm going to keep. Rootbound, I'm actually going to put this on here now because my other Tara DeWitt books are there. So put that there. And, oh, there's a few more things. Let's see. So we've got, Lone Wolf in Lights, which I think is like a cowboy romance, but like a festive cowboy romance. So it's small town romance, fake dating, festive romance. This, what is this? Brewing Up a Bad Boy. I don't think I'll ever read this. It just isn't calling to me. I've had it for over a year, I think, and that's just, yeah, not calling to me. What's this one? The Relationship Mechanic. Spicy, small town romance, forced proximity. Cute cover, I like that cover. I think I'll keep this for now. I'll give this more of a chance. And maybe this as well, I'll give this more of a chance as well. So I think I'll keep these for now. So the cart is empty, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put back the ones that I've said I'm going to keep. So let's start doing that now. Okay, so I'll put back the ones on the yes pile, and now what I'm going to do is let me bring over some more books from the pile of doom over there. So, what the hell? There's pens everywhere. Oh yeah, Petals for Deadly Power. That's the one that goes with Petals for Vicious Secrets. So that's book 2. So I'm going to put that one. I'm keeping that one. So I'm going to put that there. Ah! Right. So now we've got these piles of books that I have. First book, What Blooms from Death by S.M. Gaither. This is a romanticist. I believe we've got monsters, we've got magic, love blooms in the darkness. It's a romance anyway. It's very big, I will say that, it is very big, but this is published by Del Rey, and Del Rey never fail me, to be quite honest. I love the Del Rey gang. So this will be, whoa, this will be getting kept. I'm going to put that in there now. We've then got Pen Pal by J.T. Geisinger. I have attempted to read this. I DNF'd it. Unfortunately, this is a finished copy, but it was sent to me by Pan Macmillan, who I love you, Pam Macmillan, but I do not love this book. I am so sorry. I think just this author is just not for me. I didn't like the writing style. I didn't like the nicknames. Absolutely not. I ended up Googling what the plot twist was because I knew I wasn't going to finish the book, but I wanted to know what the plot twist was, so I Googled it. And even the plot twist, I just thought that is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that doesn't even make sense, but okay. So yeah, not for me. I will be getting rid of that. Then we've got, where's the matching book? Here we go. So we've got the next like duet in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. So it's The Songbird and the Heart of Stone and The Fallen and the Kiss of Dust. This just looks different because it was a proof copy. This, I didn't get this before it came out though, that this is out, it's already out now, but I got this at an event. Book was already out by then, so it's not like a proof copy that I've ignored or anything. They just had some proof copies left over, so I got one. Yeah, so I love the first two books in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, so I absolutely will be reading these at some point as soon as I am kind of in the mood for them. So I will put those on here because I'm definitely keeping them. 100% keeping My Kind of Trouble by Elle McDonald. This is a brother's best friend, second chance romance, forced proximity. It's in a backpacking tropical setting and it's got mental health representation. I've read a couple of chapters. I've already been annotating it, as you can see. Been enjoying it. So I definitely am going to go back into this, but it's just because I started reading it like just at the end of summer and now I'm kind of like, oh, it's not really that kind of vibe anymore. But I was really, really enjoying this so far when I started reading it. This proof copy is absolutely gorgeous. Like I say, I have already started it and I was enjoying it, but I'm going to go back to it maybe when the weather's a little bit nicer. I don't know, but definitely keeping it. The Cinnamon Spice Inn by Harper Graham. Yep, keeping this. I only received this very, very recently. It comes out, oh, it's out. Came out at the end of August. I think that's when I received it. It says, a fiery coffee-loving city girl and a laid-back handyman with irresistible hazel eyes. Is this a recipe for disaster or the hottest fall romance ever? As soon as it hits October and it's a bit more autumnal here in Manchester, I will be reading this. I have got this proof copy, which I will be keeping because it's a very gorgeous proof copy, and I might revisit this book. I DNF'd at 286 pages just because I found myself getting a tidgy bit bored. I might revisit this at some point and I am going to keep it. That comes out this month. That's A Princess Night by Kate Jacobs. Then we've got Road Trip with a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I'm not sure of the correct pronunciation. This is going to be one of my next reads. I want to read this really, really soon. The only reason I haven't yet is because I feel like, do I have to read other books in the series first, or are they all standalones that can be read kind of whenever, or are they in order? I'm not sure. I'll have to do my research on that. But this comes out this month. It might already be out now, actually. Road Trip with a Vampire. And of course, I'm keeping it. Some more proof copies. We've got this, Overdue by Stephanie Perkins. This comes out in October. This sounds really good. I will be reading this, so yes, I am keeping this. The Odds of You by Kate Dramis. I'm not sure. This I requested from the Bloomsbury Creator Circle, so I was really lucky to be sent this. I definitely will be reading that. And this one comes out this month, no, next month. We're in September, aren't we? This one comes out next month in October 2025. This is Best Friend's Brother, Dual POV, oh no, Dual Timeline, sorry. Slow burn, forbidden romance, there's a steamy hot tub scene. It's 15 years of longing and one night to change everything, and that is House Party by Chloe Ford. This was sent to me by Head of Zeus. I'll definitely be reading this probably very soon. So yeah, keeping that. Falling by Janisha Boswell. This is a fake dating hockey romance. Requested this from Little Brown Book Group. This is probably going to be one of my next reads as well. Really excited for this. I'm not sure, is this a debut from this author? I'm not actually sure. It's book one in the North University series. I'm obsessed with the cover. I think the cover is so, so cute. And yeah, this is going to be one of my next reads. I think this literally just came out. 100% keeping that. Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. 100% keeping this. I bought this myself. This is giving Dark Academia vibe. I believe it's about these 6 teenagers that are kind of like stuck in the afterlife, and they have to take part in like challenges and trials. It's like an academy in the afterlife. I'm really honestly not sure. Obviously keeping that. Any Trope But You by Victoria Levine. This I have been saving for winter time, so I'll probably read this in December. It says she's a city girl, he's a lumberjack. They get stuck in a cabin in a snowstorm. I'm gonna save this for, like I say, Christmas time. Say You Swear, this is getting unhauled. Love you, Noah Riley, but Noah Riley is the only thing that I love about this book, and I don't really like anything else about it, so that can actually go. This, Young Hot Royals. After the death of her mother, Ruby is thrown into the world of London's upper class. At Claremont Hall, the corridors are ruled by the elites, a group of actual royalty, including the handsome Duke Xavier. So when Ruby realises her father has to be one of her mother's high school friends, she decides that infiltrating the elites will unravel some secrets. Oh, so it sounds like she's trying to figure out who her dad is. And when Xavier asks her to fake date in a bid to win Claremont King and Queen, she finds it hard to say no, even though her feelings are strictly pretend. It's girl meets boy with a royal twist. This sounds really, really good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Guys, I have actually got more books over there. BRB. Do you know what, actually all the books I've got on that shelf over there, I will keep, apart from these two. I'm gonna unhaul these two. Let me just check I've not annotated. No, I don't think, I think I would have actually read these on Kindle Unlimited, to be fair. Just not my favourite work from Tessa Bailey, to be honest. Not really a massive fan of this series, so I'm going to get rid of these. Look at my TBR cart, looking so fresh, so organised, so kind of empty. In fact, there's some books on my shelves that I've not read yet, but I had to put them on my shelves because I hadn't read them. So this, not read this yet, so this can now go on my TBR cart, but I just didn't have any room on it before. What else is there? I'm sure there's some other, yeah, this as well, First Sight at the End, not read that yet. So that can go there. Not read this yet. The Irresistibles 4th Year Anime. I probably will be reading this really soon though. Not read this. Tales of a Monstrous Heart by Jennifer Delaney. Heard really good things about this though. Women and Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. We might have to go behind here. Maybe I'll go. So yes, thank you for just being here with me whilst I yapped and reorganised my TBR cart and unhauled some books. We've got quite a lot to get rid of now. I am kind of glad of that. I will either donate them or sell some of them maybe on Vinted for a cheap price. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, pretty organised, loving life. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, listening to me talk absolute crap. My camera keeps twisting that way, not really sure why. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for being here if you made it this far. Please do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I hope to see you next time.